Hey y'all, it's Nadia. This week we've been unpacking the foundation. The little girl who thought she wasn't wanted, when busy felt like rejection, the emotional abandonment wound, becoming the strong one. And today we connect all of it because I didn't just grow up and become ambitious. Hmm. I grew up and made overachieving my survival language. Mm-mm. If you look at my adult life from the outside, it looks impressive. Full time property manager, business owner, nonprofit founder, tax preparer, life insurance agent, travel agent, author, single parent, full time student. And that's not even the full list, baby. It looks like drive, like hunger, like ambition. And yes, I work hard. But what I had to admit to myself recently is this: some of that wasn't ambition at all, it was survival. That learned behavior. I became the person who does everything. Literally, I just said that wasn't a full list. You need help? I handle it. Need a plan? I'll build it. Need support? I'll show up. I became dependable, reliable, capable. But underneath that capability was a quiet belief: if I'm needed, I won't be left. If I'm valuable, I won't be rejected. If I'm useful, I'll be chosen. So I stayed useful. I stayed productive. I stayed impressive because productivity felt safer than vulnerability. Over time, I didn't just do a lot, I became everything: the strong one, the planner, the provider, the solution, the fixer, the support system by myself. Yeah. And when you become everything to everybody, you don't leave much room for someone to show up for you. And it don't hit you till you really need them to show up. But here's the part that hit me in therapy. I didn't just want to be successful, I wanted to be necessary. There's a difference. Successful can be admired, necessary feels secure. And I was chasing security, trying to feel chosen through productivity. Isn't that something? If I was producing something, I felt important. If I was building something, I felt validated. If I was busy with all those titles, I was very busy. I didn't have to sit with the old belief that I wasn't wanted. Achievement became emotional armor because if I could point to my work, my titles, my responsibilities, I didn't have to sit with the question: who am I if I'm not doing something? And that question scared me because if I'm not performing, if I'm not producing, if I'm not being strong, if I'm not being valuable, if I'm not being used, that's the wound talking. This is where it gets real. Because that survival language didn't just show up in my career, it showed up in my relationships. I overgave. overextended, I overfunctioned, and I convinced myself that I work better under pressure. So I showed up big, held things together, fixed things, carried things for everybody else. But what about me? And sometimes I tolerated things because I thought my effort would make me irreplaceable. But love isn't earned through exhaustion. And being necessary is not the same as being cherished. When you're valuable, when your value is tied to what you do, you attract situations where you are constantly doing, constantly providing, constantly compensating instead of just being loved. Overachieving protected me. It gave me identity. It gave me recognition. It gave me validation. All the things I felt I needed. But it also kept me busy enough to avoid deeper healing because when you slow down, you feel. Ain't nobody got time for that. And I had built a life that didn't require me to slow down. But now I'm learning to sit still. I'm learning to ask myself hard questions. I'm learning to separate my work from my productivity because I didn't just become successful, I became necessary. And necessity was my way of trying to feel safe. Now I'm learning something new. I don't have to be everything to be loved. I don't have to be impressive to be chosen. I don't have to be busy to be valuable. I can just exist. And that feels unfamiliar as fuck. But it also feels freeing because survival built the empire. But healing, baby, healing will sustain it. Overachieving was my survival language. It kept me strong. It kept me moving. It kept me valuable. But now I'm learning that I don't have to earn love through exhaustion. That hurt. This was week 1, episode 5. Next week, we go deeper. Silence is survival, or as silence as survival. So stay with me. This week 1, we got 11 more to go. If this resonates, subscribe. We're only in week 1 of a 12-week healing journey. I hope I see you at the finish.